Cycling Retatrutide, let's talk about it. As I feel like this is a very hot topic, especially with Retatrutide being the new kid on the block. There has been this theory going around called the clean break theory. And basically what it is saying is that you should cycle off Retatrutide, Tirzepatide, or semaglutide regardless to give your body a break. For myself personally, I have not cycled off of Retatrutide yet. I am currently on week 13 of my journey, but it's definitely given me a second thought about cycling off of it, as I am a huge believer in being able to give your body a break and being able to give yourself that full reset. I have seen this a lot just on my page in general of people who are making the switch from either Sema to Terz or Terz to Reta from a super high dose. They, one, don't give themselves enough break, which means they hop from one to the other from 1 week to the next week. It results in desensitizing your receptors over time, especially if you do not give them a break. So if you hop from one to the other, from 1 week to the next week, there's still that GIP and that GLP still being targeted because it's still in your system. As you guys know, for myself, when I switched from Terz to Reta, I gave myself a 2-month break. And I was so glad that I did that because I was able to really give myself that hard reset and really be able to see the differences while being off of it. And this really allows your body to get that break and be able to do things on its own, which is why the clean break theory is really circulating right now. Especially going back to those who are on really high doses and then they go and start on Retatrutide, they are not noticing that strong appetite suppression as well as slower gastric emptying because it is split up with your GLP, your GIP, and then you're also adding GCG, which is that third agonist, taking up a little bit of room that GLP and GIP would be taking. Hence the reason there are a lot of people like me in my own journey where I felt like nothing really changed in those first 3 to 4 weeks. And I even gave myself 2 months off from Terz. So I feel like this theory is very enlightening, and I would love to know your guys' thoughts on this about actually giving yourself a break, or if you just feel like you don't really need to. I'm really curious about what your guys' thoughts are. I personally always think it's good to give yourself a break, so I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do yet, but I feel like it is a good thing to just at least have the knowledge of that. Why listening to your body is so important. And one last part about the clean break theory that I thought was really interesting was that people are experiencing really high side effects, especially when they do not give themselves a break, such as nausea, diarrhea, constipation, headaches, GI upset, etc. And the reason I think people are experiencing that is because they are just overstimulating their receptors. Like I said in the beginning, too much GLP, too much GIP at once and not giving yourself that clean break. As I know for myself in my own journey, when I made that switch from Terz to Reta and I took that 2-month break, I definitely experienced little to no side effects at all. Maybe there is some method to the madness about this clean break theory. I'd love to know your guys' thoughts. Feel free to shoot them down in the comments below. I feel like it is such a hot topic. But with that being said, I am so happy to help and I am always happy that you are here.